Good morning, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has been previously sworn, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. If you could please connect with the headset.
The interpreter is connected, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Marín Fuentes.
Marín Fuentes.
Marín Fuentes, sí.
21 CF 11578. You're here charged with domestic battery by strangulation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. There is probable cause here. Let me see if the witness, ma'am, do you speak English?
No.
All right, I actually need the interpreter to please disconnect from the headset because I have a witness in need of your assistance as well.
Very well, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ma'am, do you wish to testify this morning?
Señora, ¿usted desea testificar en esta mañana?
Sí.
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Levante la mano derecha para que preste juramento.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Jura decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad con la ayuda de Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Por favor, dé su nombre y apellido y deletree su apellido.
Lourdes Rivera, L-O U-R-D-E-S.
¿Y Rivera?
R-E-B-E-R-A.
Lourdes Rivera, L-O-U-R-D-E-S, Rivera, R-I-V-E-R-A.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to ask if the prosecutor has any questions for you.
Voy a ver si el fiscal tiene alguna pregunta para usted, señora. Gracias.
Good morning, ma'am.
Buenos días, señora.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Señor, buenos días.
How do you know the defendant?
¿Y usted cómo es que conoce al acusado?
Él era mi pareja.
He used to be my partner.
Has something like this happened before?
¿Y algo así como esto ha ocurrido antes en el pasado?
Sí, ya había ocurrido una vez.
Yes, it had already happened once.
If it were to happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
Si sucediera otra vez, ¿usted estaría dispuesto a llamar a las autoridades?
Sí.
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
¿Y en este incidente estuvo de por medio alguna bebida alcohólica?
No.
No.
Are you afraid of him?
¿Y usted le tiene temor a él?
Sí.
Yes.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Mientras este caso está en curso, ¿usted desea tener contacto con él?
No.
No.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No hay más preguntas, su señoría.
Thank you. Does the defense have any questions for this witness?
No, Your
¿La
Honor.
defensa tiene preguntas? No, su señoría.
All right, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Gracias, señora.
He does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release.
What says the state? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. Él sí tiene requisitos para que le den libertad provisional. A ver qué dice la fiscalía.
No objection, Your Honor.
Sin objeción, su señoría.
All right, sir, at this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release and require that you post a monetary bond.
Así que, señor, le voy a otorgar libertad provisional y también exigirle que pague una fianza.
That bond will be $1,000.
Será una fianza de $1,000.
You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Se le prohíbe el contacto con la víctima. ¿Entiende lo que significa ningún contacto?
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition.
Se le prohíbe también poseer o portar armas de fuego, municiones.
I'll order you maintain a separate residence, and I will allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings.
Y también voy a imponer que vivan en residencia por separado y puede volver una sola vez en compañía de la fuerza pública para recoger sus efectos personales.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yeah. Yes.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for coming today. Good luck.
Thank you.
Gracias, señora, por venir hoy. Buena suerte.
Gracias.
Thank you. Quick question, Your Honor. Sorry. Is the spelling of the defendant Fuentes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
The next one, if you can connect to the headset again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just a moment, he doesn't have it on yet.
Sí.
The interpreter is connected to the headset, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Gabriel Herrera.
Gabriel Herrera.
You have a warrant out of Osceola County for your arrest in 21 CF 2412. It's for domestic battery by strangulation. It
Bueno.
says no bond until IAs. However, the victim wouldn't have been noticed to appear here today because it's a warrant. So she wouldn't know, or he wouldn't know. I don't know who the victim is. Oh, she wouldn't know to be here.
Ella estaba,
Your Honor,
ella estaba conmigo ayer.
Don't talk about
cuando
the
me
facts.
arrestaron.
Your Honor, I would still ask that a bond is set in this case as long as there's no contact being issued.
Your Honor, also it stated on the face sheet on the second page that there was contact with the victim.
But she's not here in court. She has a constitutional right to be here in court.
Your Honor, on any domestic violence case, once they call and notify the victim of their right to appear in court, they can appear or they don't have to appear, and we still set a bond in the case. Given that the judge who signed the warrant asks that a bond be set at IAs, I'd ask that a bond is set at IAs with a no contact order.
Is a phone call from neither party, it's an agency, right? This is an administrative agency making a phone call. Is that sufficient to meet the notice requirement per the Constitution? So pretrial release is not a party to the case. So the state is the party, right? The state would have to notice the victim to appear at a hearing. So is an administrative agency making a phone call, is that sufficient?
I thought pretrial services calls the victims. Do you call the victim? I thought pretrial services called.
I mean, I think that they do, that's a procedure. But is that sufficient notice for the victim? So this is a different case than if he was arrested last night in the presence of the victim.
But
It still has the same notice requirement, right? I understand that pretrial release is procedurally who does that. Is that sufficient to meet the requirement that the victim be notified because they have a constitutional right to appear? Does anyone know?
Right offhand.
yeah, I don't know what the requirement is as far as notice, if it can, if it can come from pretrial release or it has to come from the state, Your Honor. I would just argue that she was notified of the time, the court date that he was arrested, and the victim is not here. And because, again, I'll point to the fact that another judge stated that his bond could be set at IAs, I would ask that you set a bond.
So again, what evidence is there that the victim was notified? A statement from an administrative agency that they made a phone call, right? She's not the person who made the phone call, so she's not a witness who can testify that she made the phone call. How do we know the person who was on the other end of the line is the victim? Hold on one second. I wish I had my computer now. I want to read the actual language. If either of you has that up quickly, might be faster than me finding it myself. Okay, I'm finding it. Okay, so I'm looking at Florida statute 960.001. All right, so the chief administrator or a person designated by the chief administrator of a county jail shall make a reasonable attempt to notify the alleged victim within 4 hours of following the release. Oh, that's following the release. That's all about release. What about notifying the victim of the hearing? Oh, here it is. All right, so what does the state think about setting a bond without hearing from the victim in court?
Your Honor, I have no objection to the parameters that were set out by Ms. George. Be given a bond and have no contact with the victim.
Well, in reading this language from the statute, I think it's sufficient notice for the victim. However, I don't have the warrant. So I don't have the affidavit for the warrant. I can't read the facts. Does anyone else have the warrant and the affidavit?
Oh no, this is Osceola.
I'm sorry, what?
I was going to pull it up, but this is Osceola, but I think I
Right.
still have access to it.
Yeah, it's another county. I mean, it's in our judicial circuit, but it's the other county.
I think I still may have access to it, Your Honor. Maybe not.
All right, here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Herrera. Did I appoint the PD? I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. Based on the information from the judge who signed the warrant, your bond conditions will be no contact with Maria Sierra. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes.
You cannot return to 3112 Turtle Creek. You cannot possess or consume alcohol or any drugs. And at this time, your bond will be $50,000. Good luck, sir. Is that all for Spanish? All right, that's all we have for the interpreter this morning. Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Garrett Alexander Sloan.
You have a warrant out of Lake County in 21 CF 2311 for 7 counts of possession of sexual performance by a child. I think it's possession of material. It says on the warrant that each count, your bond is $2,000. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you, and we'll notify Lake County that you're here so they can transport you.
A very important thing about that arrest is when I was arrested,
I would not talk about the facts of the case.
I was just curious if it was possible to have the cell phone that I was arrested with yesterday transferred to my public defenders.
No.
No?
What do you mean? The actual cell phone?
Yes, because I've been doing a little research into what's been going on, and I've found some evidence as to my innocence.
No. Your attorney is going to have to file a motion about that.
Okay.
All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
John Fargus.
21 CF 11564, you're here charged with domestic violence, aggravated battery on a pregnant person. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
And I think he has a victim.
I know, I'm waiting. Good morning, ma'am. Do you wish to testify today?
Good morning, yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Please swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You look at me, sir.
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Rowena Henderson, Henderson.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I'm going to ask if the prosecutor has some questions for you.
Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Henderson. How do you know the defendant?
Defendant was my partner.
I apologize. He was your...
Partner,
Okay. Has something like this happened before?
yes,
Are you afraid of him?
yes.
Would you like to have contact with him while this case is pending?
I'm sorry?
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
No.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. George, any questions from the defense?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
No.
All right, thank you. You can stay there if you'd like while I finish this.
And Your Honor, I would just argue that he has no criminal history. So I'd ask for pretrial release in this case.
What says the state?
No objection.
Ma'am, the defense is asking me to place him in a program that's called pretrial release, which means he would be released without having to post a monetary bond. Do you have any objection to that?
Yes.
Thank you.
2019 CF 904, he has 171 days. On 2017 CF 783,
All right, at this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release and require that he post a monetary bond. However, I will reduce that amount. Your bond will be $4,000. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Were you two living together?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot now. I'm ordering you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you cannot coordinate that with her. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Mommy!
I'll order you must comply with any plan set in place by DCF. You can't have any unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for coming. Good luck. Please tell me your name. All right, hold on, give me 1 second. I show that he has a private attorney. I'm just gonna see if there's anyone on the line.
Welcome to an Econo meeting.
Sir, you need to look
You
at
are
me.
entering the meeting now. You are the only participant.
All right, I didn't have a note that they're gonna appear, but I have a note that he's represented. So I just wanted to check to be sure. All right. Sir, a warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 8037. So another judge has already found probable cause, charging you with burglary of an occupied dwelling, tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, and battery domestic violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you.
He has an attorney?
I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm not going to appoint. You're right. He has a private attorney. Are you represented by Mr. Mills? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I'm not appointing an attorney. Thank you, sorry. Ma'am, did you want to testify today?
Yes.
Raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Nina Simone Stevens, Stevens.
All right, I'm going to ask if the prosecutor has some questions.
Good morning, ma'am. How do you know the defendant?
That's the father of my kids. My ex-boyfriend.
No, I understand. I'm just thinking, I'm sorry. I'm
It's
thinking
okay.
of my next question. I apologize for this question, but I don't have the facts in front of me. Are you the victim in this case? Were you the person? Okay. And has something like this happened before?
No.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
No.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yeah.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Oh, you're not representing him.
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, at this time, your bond is $25,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can also have no contact with the witnesses in this case. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You can't return to this scene for any reason. You can't be within 1,000 feet of the victim's home or place of employment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I show that he's out on bond.
Do we represent him on the out on bond, or is it private?
No. He has private counsel in both of those cases. It looks like the warrant alleges that the events occurred on December 22nd, 2020. One of the cases occurred January 8th, 21, so I'll not be revoking that bond. However, in 20 CF 5412, that case occurred in May of 2020. He was out on bond, so at this time I'm revoking that bond.
Your Honor, with
Yes.
regard to the 2020-14933, he was arrested January, but the incident actually happened March of 2020.
But he bonded out in January of 21, which means he wasn't on bond when he committed the December offense, allegedly.
Okay, thank you.
So that's why I'm not revoking that one. But you'll want to call, I show that you have two attorneys, Mr. Hold on, Mr. Mills and Mr. Olszewski. So you're going to want to call both of them. You understand? All right, good luck, sir. Good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Angel Guerra.
In 21 MM 6016, you're charged with resisting an officer without violence, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams, providing false identification to law enforcement. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500 on count 1, $100 on counts 2 and 3. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers. In 21 CT 994, a capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of driving while license suspended. The bond is $500, and I'll appoint an attorney in that case as well. In 21 CF 8761, a warrant was issued for your arrest. So another judge has already found probable cause to charge you with aggravated stalking with a credible threat, fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement, resisting an officer without violence, assault, domestic violence, and driving while license suspended or revoked. I'm going to appoint an attorney in this case as well. One moment. At this time, your bond will be $25,000 on count 1, $15,000 on count 2, $100 on counts 3, 4, and 5. You can have no contact with any victim or witness in this case. You cannot return to the scene of the offense. You cannot possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. And you can't drive without a valid Florida license. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck. Count 2. No, count 1. No, 15 is on the, wait. Count 2. Please tell me your name. A warrant was issued for your arrest. In 21 CF 9721, another judge has already found probable cause for the charges of aggravated stalking and violation of a condition of pretrial release. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. All right, Counselor, I'm looking at the charges and his history, and I'm struggling to come up with reasonable conditions of bond this court can place on your client with which he'll comply. Do you have any ideas?
Your Honor, I think that if you increase the bond amount on you set a higher bond on the aggravated stalking after an injunction, that would be sufficient in this case. I would argue that for the aggravated stalking after injunction, he is entitled to a bond. There's no, the state didn't file a pretrial detention motion, so I just argue that a bond should be set on the aggravated stalking after an injunction. However, for the violation of pretrial conditions, Your Honor, again, I would just argue that if you increase the bond amount, That would be sufficient. And I would also point to the fact that he has 0 failures to appear, and it looks like his last conviction was in 2017. I don't see any convictions for domestic violence.
Right. I see several arrests, but not convictions. But in this case, according to the affidavit, there was an injunction in place and a no contact order. The injunction specifically, or the no contact order specifically says he's not to be within 500 feet of the victim's residence or of the victim. So the allegation is he willfully violated that, and violently so. So if another court has already said, don't go within 500 feet of the victim and the victim's residence, and he did it anyway, why would he listen to this court?
Your Honor, I think increasing the bond amount, setting a high bond, would get the point across.
All right, does the state wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor.
At this time, sir, your bond is $50,000 on count 1 and $50,000 on count 2. You can have no contact with the victim in this case. Do you understand what no contact means? Answer out loud in the microphone.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
You can't see her, you can't call her, you can't appear at her residence. Look at me. You can't appear at her residence, you can't send her a text message, you can't send a message through friends and family, you can't send a message on social media. Do you understand that?
Yes, I'm not able to fulfill that bond, Your Honor. If you could put me like on home arrest, like with a monitor, and I'm not staying there. I live at another place. I'm staying with my sister in Claremont.
I cannot. Your attorney can file a motion in front of the trial judge to reduce the bond if they want. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You can't be within 1,000 feet of the victim's residence or place of employment. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
You cannot return to her residence for any reason at all.
Understand.
All right. Good luck. What happened with Mason?
Right here.
Ah. Sir, please tell me your name.
LaShawn Mason.
In 21 CF 11604, you're here charged with kidnapping, domestic violence, domestic battery by strangulation, battery, domestic violence, and resisting an officer without violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. There is probable cause here. Ms. George, did you wish to be heard on bond?
Your Honor, I would just point to the fact that he has 0 failures to appear. And I just ask that you take into account that he is employed. It looks like he just got employment, Your Honor, so I just ask that you take that into consideration. It looks like he started working for a week. He's been working for Burger King for a week. So take that into consideration when setting his bond amount.
All right, thank you, Counselor. Does the state wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. Kidnapping is punishable by life. I would ask that the defendant be held no bond.
That's what I was just pulling out the statute. It is punishable by life.
And we reserve the right to have argument. No argument on that, Your Honor.
All right. So, sir, count 1, kidnapping is a charge that's punishable by life in prison. So at this time, you'll have no bond on that charge. However, I'll set bond on the others, $5,000 on count 2, $100 on counts 3 and 4. You can have no contact with the victim, even while you're in custody. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. This is on 2, 3, and 4. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement. You can't have any unsupervised contact. No, the children weren't present. Scratch that. All right, did I say weapons? All right. Good luck, sir. Yeah. I thought it was punishable by life. Look it back up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name. 21MM383. You're here charged with battery. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Ma'am, do you wish to testify this morning?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Sir, you look at me.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Maria Macbeth, MCDETH.
I'm going to ask if the prosecutor has some questions. You can put your hand down, ma'am. Sir, look at me.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
How do you know the defendant?
He's my partner. We live together.
Has something like this happened before?
No,
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
no,
Are you afraid of him?
no.
Would you like to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Yes, I will. We live together. I want to continue living with him.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. George, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor. Your Honor, I just ask that when setting the bond, you take into account he has no criminal history. And given the testimony here today, that the victim does want contact, I would ask for no hostile contact in this case. It appears they've lived together for 10 years, and as stated by the victim, they have had no other altercations. I just ask that you take that into consideration.
All right, thank you. Sir, your bond is $500. However, even hearing the testimony today, I'm going to order that you can have no contact with the victim at this time. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Good luck. Ms. George, can you remind me after court? I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Corey Francis.
Thank you, sir. 21MM6022. You're here charged with assault, domestic violence. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Do you have items at a hotel here?
Yes, but,
Is it at Hollywood Studios?
excuse me?
Or were you just at Hollywood Studios?
It was at Hollywood Studios.
Okay. So wherever you're staying, I'll allow you one-time return to that hotel as well to gather your belongings, but you have to do that with law enforcement. You understand? Okay, good luck. Please tell me your name. 21MM6015. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. Your bond is $500. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You can't possess or consume any alcoholic beverages.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't return to the McDonald's at 6875 West Sand Lake Road.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name. 21MM6017. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I can't see because they're around a corner, so I just see the doors open.
You ready?
Okay.
I have a question that you gotta ask her.
Good morning. Do you wish to testify?
Yes.
All right, raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Ashley Bell, Bell.
I'm going to ask if the prosecutor has any questions for you.
I have no questions for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, does the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, is there something you wanted to say to me this morning?
Yes. As far as the events that happened yesterday, I just need to know, again, maybe another officer, because once I was trying to ask the officers that were there, what was, like, how to, put in a statement, because, watching everything that happened to what was told was not true. So I just wanted to figure out how to either write a statement or something for the real incidents that happened.
So the state of Florida is prosecuting Mr. Plea. It's the state of Florida versus him. Do you have a card or something that has your office number that she can call to make an appointment?
Yes.
With your intake division?
Thank you.
Absolutely. So that's who you want to talk to.
Okay. Thank you.
So is there anything you want to tell me, though, while you're here?
Literally the events that happened yesterday that was said did not happen.
So what happened? And how do you know him?
That is my fiance. We had a verbal, not even an altercation. We literally were talking. It was loud. From there, other people decided that they want to step in and escalate things and turn it into a whole different event of what even happened. So the first time the police came, I did talk to them. And then they came back again. And then from there, I just really didn't understand, one, why they came back after we everybody was talked to, and two, how this fabricated story came about for him to be in jail.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can the state advise, does he have any convictions for all of these multiple domestic batteries with multiple victims?
No.
It's only a I'm asking the prosecutor.
I'm
Did you
sorry.
say-
A moment, Your Honor.
And there's not an active injunction at this time?
He does have convictions, Your Honor. None of them are for domestic violence.
Right, now I see the convictions for burglary, DUI, VOP, these several violations of probation. But I see lots of domestic battery arrests and violation of domestic injunction. It says with multiple victims.
Without going into each case, I can see that they were either no billed or it was declined to prosecute. There are no convictions for the.
Okay, thank you, that's what I wanted to know. And can you advise if there's not an active injunction? Does anyone know? When it says he has a cleared injunction, what does that mean? PTR?
I'm not too sure, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't know what that means. All right, sir, at this time, your bond is $500. You can have no contact with the victim or witnesses in this case. Do you understand what no contact means? I will allow you to have contact with Miss Bell, even though she's a witness in the case because she's your fiance and it does not appear she was involved. You must maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes. I can't hear you.
Do we need to sign the no contact?
Yes, he has no contact with the victim. She's not the victim. She's a witness. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Please tell me your name.
Lucy Fuller.
21MM382, you're here charged with battery. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause.
Your Honor, she does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release. I show no convictions here and 0 failures to appear.
What says the state?
No objection.
Ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You can have no contact with the victim. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Were you two living together?
Yes.
All right, you can't now. I'll order you maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Good luck. Please tell me your name. Yes, what's your name?
Malik Roberts.
21MM6020. You're here charged with battery, dating violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Did you wish to testify this morning?
Yes, I do. Good morning.
Good morning. Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
I'm Giovanni Marchand, M as in map, A-R-C-H-A-N.
Wait, spell your last name?
M as in map, A-R-C-H-A-N as in Nancy.
Well, that's spelled completely wrong in the affidavit. All right. Let me see if the prosecutor has any questions for you.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How do you know the defendant?
That's my fiance. We actually came here as like a pre-wedding trip on a fixed income, just to enjoy the rest of summer, you know?
Okay. Has something like this happened before?
No.
If it were to happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
I don't think it would happen again. I don't even want to speak that into existence. Going into a
Sir, I need you to just get closer to the microphone and then say that again, please.
Going into a wedding, I would hope not, so I don't want to speak that into existence. But, you know, if that were to occur, then yes.
Okay. Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
I would say a bit too much to drink happened at the place, but that's about it.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
Not at all.
And while this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. George, any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I show an out-of-state history that includes assault, convictions, and 7 expired protection orders. Is that what you see as well?
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. Did you say you do want to have contact with him?
Yes, I do.
And you're not afraid of him? You have to answer out loud.
No, ma'am.
And Your Honor, I just ask that you take that into consideration. I think that, as stated by the victim, he will notify law enforcement if this ever happens again. So I just ask that, given the fact that they were just married and they're here on their honeymoon, that you allow them to have no hostile contact. And if he violates that, it'll be a long drive back here to Florida.
I agree.
It will be a long ride back. All right, Mr. Roberts, your bond is $500. Based on the testimony here today, I'm going to allow you to have peaceful contact with the victim. Do you understand what peaceful contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
No hostile contact. Don't throw things. Don't yell at each other. Well, he can yell. I can't stop him. You can't yell. Don't throw things, no shoving, none of that. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages. You understand? All right, good luck. I'm going to allow him to have peaceful contact with you based on your testimony.
Judge, I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Good luck, both of you.
You guys have a beautiful day.
Yes, sir. Do you have a question?
Those things that you stated earlier,
Your bond conditions?
like the record that you saw and you stated, those were things that I went through as an early age.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Your
And I
criminal history?
changed. Yeah, I changed and I have grown, and it was a slip up, a hiccup.
Don't-
I apologize.
Also, again, can I say something?
Yes, of course.
I also want to apologize to the state of Florida and to the residents that this occurred to, just because we didn't see this happening or expected this to happen. So, behalf on me and my husband, we do apologize.
Listen, I was reading your record, but based on his testimony and reading the facts, I didn't raise your bond. I kept it where I would have without the record. So I appreciate that you told me that was a long time ago. I hope that you are continuing to make changes in your life. I sincerely wish both of you the best of luck. But don't forget that you have court dates in Florida. So if you go back to New York and you don't show up for court and a judge issues a warrant with no bond, what that means is you'll sit in jail with no bond. All right? Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Michael Jason King, full name, birth name.
All right, sir, thank you. You have a warrant out of another county.
Yes, Judge.
I'm trying to find the county. Give me 1 second. Oh, Seminole County.
ID by
In,
jail.
it looks like
I'm owed $116,000.
Your bond is $500. It looks like the charge is trespass.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so you have a bond. If you're able to post it, you can bond out. If not, we'll notify them and they'll transport you. But in the interim, I'm going to appoint an attorney. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. You have a warrant out of Alachua County in 21 CF 1856 for, it looks like 2 counts of sex offender reporting violations. It says the bond is $100,000. I don't know if that's 50 on each count. It doesn't delineate. Let me look. We'll notify them you're here so they can transport you, but I'm also going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I think put 50 on each count because it's 100,000. Good luck, sir.
Wilson?
Please tell me your name. You have a warrant out of Osceola County in 21 CF 2401 for charges of false and fraudulent. It's a fraud case. Your bond is $5,000.
Ma'am, I paid that yesterday before I surrendered myself.
The bond?
Yes, I went across the street a month ago. I paid that. My father had the receipt. The woman at Holding wouldn't let me take his phone number out of my phone to call him. He has the receipt, but I paid that yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Ms. George, can you look into that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. And we'll also notify Osceola County that you're here. So if you don't bond out, they'll transport you. But if you were able to post the bond and that goes through, then you'll be released. Good luck. Please tell me your name. A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 10137 for violating your community control by failing to remain confined at your approved residence except as directed. There's no bond authorized on this warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Lettsome, Letttsome.
Is it Tilbert Lettsome?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. A warrant was issued for your arrest in 18 CF 13677 for violating your probation by failing to report as directed, leaving your approved residence without first obtaining permission by your probation officer. There's no bond authorized on the warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. Good morning. In 19 CT 4475, a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by failing to complete the Dwillis class within 45 days as ordered and not complying with instructions from your probation officer. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. This is a misdemeanor, Ms. George.
Yes, Your Honor.
Fiona.
I would,
Okay.
Your Honor, I would ask that you set a bond.
No, I thought you were going to enter in denial.
Oh, sorry. I'll enter in denial.
Okay.
The VOP status hearing will be September 27th at 1:30 PM, courtroom 6C.
Good luck, sir.
What's going on?
They set your court date. Could you repeat the court date, please?
September 27th, 1:30.
Can I give an explanation for something? Is this okay?
Give any explanation you want. Everything you say is being recorded and can be used against you later. And I also need to advise you, this was a warrant signed by another judge. I'm not inclined to change that. So if you think you have some defenses or you have an explanation for the violation, you want to present that to the trial judge because I'm not going to change their warrant.
So I don't have a bond for the warrant?
No.
The reason being because.
Don't talk about the facts.
Hold on. Let me give you a moment to talk to Ms. George about it and then see if you need to talk to me. All right, good luck, sir. Did you guys review this one, this last one?
The old,
It's really old.
Please tell me your name. All right, good morning, sir. You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest in case number 94MO7299 for violating probation back in 1995. The allegations are that you did not make a full and truthful written report, that you failed to pay, lots of things. And that's it. The warrant was issued in 1995
Yes, Your Honor.
with no bond. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you want to enter denial, Ms. George?
I'll enter denial, Your Honor.
The BLP status hearing will be September 23rd, 9 a.m., courtroom 4A.
All right, good luck, sir. Stay ready for the 30.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Oh, can you slide a little bit over to the left there? There you go. Thank you, sir.
Byron Doherty, sir.
How you doing? Can you tell me your name, please?
Byron Doherty.
Byron Norton is your name?
Yes, sir.
You also go by Walter Gandy? You asked me for Gandy, and then... All right, we'll do Mr. Doherty first. All right, Mr. Doherty, you're here in case 2000... Oh, I'm scanning it. 2021 MM556AW on charge of trespass on property after warning and resisting officer without violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, was there an offer for Mr. Doherty to resolve his case?
adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to the Circle K, located at 6250 West Colonial Drive.
And what's the status on his out on bond cases?
I'm looking now, Your Honor, I apologize.
Did you guys file on those already, or?
I apologize, Your Honor, I'm looking right now.
All right.
Case number 21 CF 7666, the grand theft has not been filed on yet.
7668.
7669.
We have 7668 and 7669. He's out on bond from July.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Your Honor. sorry, Your Honor.
No problem.
7668, attempted burglary and criminal mischief has not been filed on yet. Come on. 7669, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and resisting officer without violence has also not been filed on, Your Honor.
Ms. Doherty, what did I say today since I'm the one running behind? All right, sir, I'll accept your plea if you want to accept a plea in this case. I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond cases. But you have to stay out of trouble until those cases get resolved. You understand me? If you want to resolve your case, you can. Do you want to do that?
You gotta say yes.
All right. You got to speak up louder, and just like slide right into the front of the microphone, because when you move back and
Yes,
forth,
Your
I
Honor.
can't hear.
Yeah.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 556AW on charge of trespass on property after warning and resisting officer without violence. Both of those are first-degree misdemeanors. Both of those are punishable by a maximum of 1 year in the county jail each and a $1,000 fine each. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
I want to resolve today. No contest, sir.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
I want to say guilty, sir.
I can't hear you. Do you understand you waive all the rights of the plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication? Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
I think so, Your Honor, but
All right.
I figure out myself. I still have me go into
Are you suffering from any of the symptoms of your mental health illnesses? Are you hearing any voices? Is anybody telling you to take this plea?
No.
All right. Is anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes, Your
I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein. I accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty. I will give you credit for the 2 days you spent in Orange County Jail, 2 days credit time served, and run concurrent on each one of your counts. The court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Like I said earlier, I'm not taking any action on this out on bond cases. Have a good day, sir. All right. So are we doing Gandy or?
Yes, Danny is medical also.
All right, so what I'm going to do for Mr. Gandy, I'm going to appoint a public defender. Oh, sorry, hold on. This is Mr. Gandy in 2021 CF 6804AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him in this case.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Well, this is a DOC hearing that Judge O'Kane asked me to set for Mr. Gandy because he doesn't have an attorney. He's been in the Orange County Jail for almost a month. So I appointed your office to represent him so he can take advantage of Rule 3.143 if he needs to. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Mr. Reyna.
Mr. Reyna, you're here in case 2020 MM 4263 AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge in that case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond. Will also order that you have no contact with the victim in that case. Want to appoint, I think you already had a public defender representing you in that case, correct? All right. All right, you have a great day, sir.
I say something, sir?
I'm going to ask you to talk to your attorney first before you talk to me. Everything you tell me is on the record. You have any Spanish? You got a list of it. Rush first. There's also one.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Sally Figueroa, certified Spanish code interpreter.
All right, well, good afternoon, Mr. Figueroa. Have you already been sworn in?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. I have a defendant with the headsets on. Can you, greet him, tell him to step forward so we can get him closer to the mic? I got it.
Ok, sí, sí, te escucho.
The defendant can hear me, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Roberto Pérez Pérez.
Roberto Perez Perez.
Mr. Perez, you are here in cases 2021 CT 1532 AW, as well as 2021 CT 1533 AW on charges of driving under the influence and no valid driver's license, respectively. I did review the charging affidavits in your cases, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in your driver's license suspended case amount of $1,000. And your no valid driver's license case is going to stay your bond in amount of $250. Right. $250 or $500?
Okay.
We'll set your bond amount of $250 in your no valid driver's license case. Conditions in both cases are going to be the same. That you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're also not to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing in each case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. And you're also not to enter any bars or any place where the primary source of income is the sale of alcoholic beverages. All right, you have a great day, sir.
Okay.
You have any more? All right, thank you, Mr. Figueroa. You have a great day.
Not a problem, Your Honor. You as well.
De Castillo? Castillo?
Where? Who? Christia? All right. Okay. Wonderful. All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Shayla Davis.
Ms. Davis, you're here in case 2021 MM 5999 AO on charge of disorderly conduct. Did review the charging affidavit. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, was there an offer that you wanted to extend to Ms. Davis?
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served. No return to the 7-Eleven located at 851 Lee Road.
Ms. Davis, would you like to accept the state's offer of adjudication of guilt, credit time served?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Put your hand down, ma'am. Ma'am, you're here in that case that charged for disorderly conduct. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. The maximum penalties for that is a 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve that case?
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes.
What was that mental health illness?
Schizophrenia.
Are you suffering from the symptoms of your bipolar or schizophrenia right now? Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You don't say about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen. It could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
They have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit in this case. It did find a factual basis contained therein. I want to accept your plea of no contest. Find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I want to adjudicate you guilty of the crime. I'm going to give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, ma'am. Oops, sorry. Regular schedule program here. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good afternoon, sir. Kenneth Earl Dent.
Mr. Dent, you're here in case 2021 MM6018AO on charges of trespass on property after warning. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say it was an offer that you want to extend to Mr. Dent.
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to Florida Mall at 8001 South Orange Blossom Trail.
All right. Hey, can you tell me where the location was for the pay theft case he's out on bond on?
Same place, Your Honor.
The Florida Mall?
Oh, Millennium Mall, sorry. Yes.
Out of Millennium Mall. So you got a problem with malls. All right, Mr. Dent, do you want to accept the state's offer in this case?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you're here in case 2021 MM6018AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. Did review the charge. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest that you're going to give up the rights?
Yes,
all the rights on the plea form that you have?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to mislead you, because as to this pay theft case, looking at your record, I am going to take action on the case, but I am going to give you a bond. I don't know if that's going to change your decision about taking this plea.
He understands, Your Honor.
All right, sir, are you an influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir, I understand.
They had opportunity to review your charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs and cost of prosecution in this case are $273. I'm going to give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full.
Sir.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. All right, sir, in 2021, CF 9317 AO, the court did find probable cause to commit a new law offense. Going to revoke the bond in that case. Going to set bond in that case amount of $2,500, condition that you not return to the scene of the location or to the Florida Mall. I'm not going to take any action on your driver license suspended case in 2021 CF 9043 AO.
I was just trying to clarify, I have the rebond out on the petty theft charge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Say again? No, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Harris refused.
All right, it's 2021 MM 557AW. Mr. Harris going to appoint the public defender to represent him in this case.
Your Honor, I'll waive the appearance. He does qualify for pretrial release.
I got it. I did find probable cause for his charges of carrying a concealed weapon and resisting an officer without violence. Going to release him on pretrial release in this case. Conditions that he not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms he has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Bennett Haynes.
Mr. Haynes, you're here in case 2021 MM 6021 AO on charge of resisting officer without violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on recognizance as to this case. Conditions, I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Condition that you keep in contact with your attorney. You have a great day, sir.
Yes.
You want to stay here with me?
No, we're gonna ask for that.
No problem. Unless you want to stay here, I mean, I get that sometimes. Somebody tell me, Judge, I gotta get a 2-pull, so I gotta stay.
You're welcome.
Afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 6001 AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. Did review the charging affidavit in this case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Says an offer to resolve, Mr. Is it Mavros?
Madrons, yes.
Mavros. All right.
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to the Wawa located at 1200 West Colonial Drive.
All right, sir. Do you want to take the offer from the state of Florida? Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, so you put your hand down. Sir, you're here for that charge of trespass on property after warning. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
Yes, sir.
Which one, guilty or no contest?
No comment.
Do you understand by entering a no contest plea, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No.
Have you now in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did have an opportunity to review a charging affidavit in this case, did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to withhold adjudication, will adjudicate you guilty of the charge. Give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You got 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Pratt, bonded.
Pratt bonded. All right. All right, State, did you already take action on this case?
I have not, Your Honor, but as Mr., well, can he confirm who he is?
All right, hold on, sir, can you tell me your name?
William Terry.
So Terry, you're here in case 2021 MM6019AO.
State announces a no pros, no bill.
There you go. All right, so the Florida has dismissed the charges against you at this time. We're going to release you in your own recognizance. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Is Mr. Vaughn here, or is his mom bond him out? Vaughn is my next person, but I had a note that says defendant's mother intended to bond him out.
Axel Vaughn bonded.
Yep, all right. Hopefully he's going to a mental health facility quickly. Yeah, but I hope state may want to look at that case to take civil action. There it is. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Right there. There you go. That microphone. Right here in front of me. There you go. Great. Appreciate you. Tell me your name.
My name is Donald James Ayers.
Mr. Ayers, you're here in case 2021 CO 1038AO on a charge of solicitation without a permit. Did review the charging affidavit, did find a probable cause for your arrest. Say, were you offering something on behalf of the county?
Yes, Your Honor, it'd still be the withhold and credit time served.
Mr. Ayers, would you like to accept the county's offer of a withhold adjudication of guilt credit time, sir?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you put your hand down. Sir, you're here for that charge of solicitation without a permit. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in a county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case with the court?
No contest.
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Okay.
Yes, do you understand that, or?
Yes, I understand this. I've actually had an old case about a month ago that I was talking about, but
All right.
I got that.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
What? Can you repeat that, please?
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
In the past,
All right, what was that mental health illness?
paranoid schizophrenia.
Are you suffering from the symptoms of your paranoid schizophrenia right now?
Not really.
What's not really? Are you?
I'm just a little shaky because I drink alcohol.
All right. Are you hearing any?
It's cold. I'm used to the heat.
Yeah. Are you hearing any audible hallucinations?
No.
Is anybody telling you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication? No. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
They have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit. They find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest. Find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I want to withhold adjudication of guilt. Give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail, 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case of $223. We're going to give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You got 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Castillo, bonded. There we go.
Is that it?
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Antonio Gayden.
Mr. Gayden, you're here in case 2021 CF 5905AO, as well as 2021 CT 5906AO, on charge of DUI, driving under the influence of a prior conviction, and driver while license suspended or revoked. They reviewed the charging affidavit in both your cases. They find probable cause for your arrest in both cases. As to your DUI case, going to set your bond in that case for an amount of $1,500. As to your driver license suspended case, going to set your bond amount of $500. Conditions are going to be the same in both cases. Cannot operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing while you're out on release. You may also not enter any bars or any places where the primary source of income is the sale of alcoholic beverages. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Mateo Bonnet.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir. Dontavious Banner.
You just slide a little bit over right into the mic. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. You're Dontavious Banner.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 11590AO on charges of possession of MDMA or ecstasy and possession of drug paraphernalia. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond in count one in an amount of $1,000 and count two $100. Condition of the bonds, you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. And be subject to random drug testing in this case. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case.
Yes, sir.
You may want to think about talking to Judge Lattimore about drug court or something,
Yes, sir.
because we've already seen you already twice this year for the same kind of drug charge. All right, have a great day.
Drug court?
Yeah, you want to talk to people at drug court down the hall here. All right, have a great day. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Joshua Boyle.
Mr. Boyle, you're here in case 2021 CF 11593AO on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy. Sorry. Yeah. MDMA or ecstasy. And possession of drug paraphernalia. Oh, that's weird. All right, so actually you're charged with possession of use, manufacturing, or intent to distribute and use drug paraphernalia. I'm not gonna find probable cause for that. Just gonna find probable cause for possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to state your bond account one amount of $1,000. Count two, I'm going to set your bond amount of $100. Condition your bond, no drugs or alcohol. Do not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. However, you're out on probation, Orange County case 2021 CF 32685 AO. Court finding a probable cause for a new law violation is going to find an on-view violation of probation. It's going to set your bond at no bond in that case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Damian Krosky.
Mr. Crossley, here in case 2021 CF 89180 on a charge of armed trespass on property under a structure of conveyance and possession, of cannabis with a weapon and unlawful discharge of a firearm. Judge signed your warrant. In this case, already found probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count one in amount of $3,500. Count two, $150. Count three, $150. Condition these bonds be subject to pretrial release supervision. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not return to the scene of the location or have any contact with any victims or witnesses. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. I had a lawyer that I told him to be here. His name was John. I'm not sure.
Does he have somebody file a notice of appearance? No, can somebody check? We don't have any record of a attorney filing a notice of appearance. So, but if you did hire an attorney, let him know what happened today, and then you can, he can advise you as to what's going on. All right?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Marcus Demetrius Demps.
Mr. Demps, you here in case 2021 CF 11598 AO on charges of possession of alprazolam, possession of cocaine. And you're also here in case 2021 MO 9888 AO on charge of being in the park after dark. If you want to resolve your county ordinance case, that's a withhold adjudication of guilt and court costs. If you want to do that today, that's fine. All right, as to that case, 2021 MO 988 AO, the court did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond in that matter is $250, no return to the scene, the location. As to your other case, 2021 CF 11598 AO, court's going to set your bond at count one, amount of $1,000, count two, $150. Condition of your bond that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You subject to random drug testing in that case, and no return to the scene of the location. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, sir.
See.
That's it. All right, it's 2021 CF 9803 AL. Mr. Francois, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right. And state, this actually charged second-degree murder with a firearm. So what do you ask me to do?
That is punishable by life, Your Honor. I would ask defendant be held no bond.
All right. And Ms. George?
No argument, reserve right to have argument, Your
All
Honor.
right, Mr. Francois' case going to hold him at no bond as to his homicide case. Conditions that he not have any contact with his victim's family or any other witness. May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has needs to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He's not to return to the scene of the location where this incident occurred. He's out on bond in case 2021 CF 7897 AO for charges of possession of a firearm by convicted felon and possession of cannabis with a weapon. Of course, going to revoke that bond, finding probable cause based on the warrant signed by the judge. I'm going to set new bond in that case at amount of $0. All right, there we go. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Travis Glenn.
Mr. Glenn, you're here in case 2021 CF 11584 on charges of fighting and baiting animals. And one count and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counts of cruelty to animals. Judge signed your warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to say your bonds in that case. It counts 1 through 4 in the amount of $2,500. And it counts 5 through 9 in the amount of $1,000. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case? You have a question? You're going to have to talk to Ms. George because everything you asked me is on the record. Looks like you have a question. So hold on. Oh, I forgot. Yep, I need out of bond case. Hold on. Here, answer this question first. All right. Ms. Davis? For Mr. Boyle, the clerk's are having problems locating the case number from what I have right here. I had 2021 CF 32685.
For Mr. Who?
Boyle?
Boyle?
Yeah, his out on bond, his BOP case. All right. I'm sorry. Are you ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you're also out on bond in case 2021 CF 8635 AO on charges of possession of firearm by convicted felon and other drug-related cases. Court's going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0.
I'm sorry, I believe, when I looked, unless
Let me check.
it was the same date.
Let me look. July 22nd? All right, no, sorry. All right, we're not gonna take action on your out on bond case. This is like you were arrested on the same day as the alleged warrant was issued for offenses for the alleged warrant. No action in 2021 CF 8635 AO. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Tyler Golden.
Mr. Golden, you're here in case 2021 CF 9660 AO on charge of possession of an unauthorized driver's license. The judge signed your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond amount of $5,000. Condition your bonds that you not possess any other person's identification except your own. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir.
You can I can get a public defender.
I did.
Hmm?
I appointed you the public defender.
Okay.
All right, have a good day. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Michelle Hernandez.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2020 CF 13351 AO on a charge of violation of conditional pretrial release. The judge signed your warrant in this case has already found probable cause. Set your bond amount of $0. Your bonds remain at $0. I believe you already had a public defender representing you in this case. You have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
I'm sorry, I don't have my hearing aids.
Yeah, one moment.
And to quickly answer on Mr. Boyle's, it's because it's a Brevard County VOP.
I thought it was Orange County. All right. Is that orange on the sheet? All right, State, you asked me to take action on Mr. Boyle's Brevard County probation case for felony battery.
Boyles?
I mean felony duelist?
No, it said. Oh, no, felony driver license suspended. I'm sorry.
Go back the other way.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So with the state's permission, the court is going to take action on that case, 2021 CF 32685 out of Brevard County. All right. Sorry, sir. Good afternoon. Can you tell me your name?
Dennis Varner Howard.
Mr. Howard, you're here in case 2021 CF 11600 AO on charge of driving while license is permanently revoked and attaching tag to a vehicle not assigned. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release that you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Yes, sir.
Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
I need a public defender, sir.
I did. I appointed one to represent you.
Okay.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Got to slide in front of the mic. Try that one more time. Ms. Jenkins, you're here in case 2021 CF 11592 AO on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy and possession or use of drug paraphernalia. Use, manufacture, or deliver drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. As to count one, count two, going to find probable cause for just straight possession of drug paraphernalia. As to count one, say your bond amount of. Does she not qualify for PTR, or she has an open? So the case in Georgia is open? Ms. Davis? I was trying.
That's what it said.
All right. All right, Mr. Jenkins is going to set your bond in count one, amount of $1,000, count two, an amount of $100. Condition of your bond is that you have no contact with your co-defendant, that you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, and you be subject to random drug and alcohol testing. We want to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, ma'am. While we're talking about Mr. Boyle, you might as well add that to his order too. No contact with the co-defendant. Boyle, because I didn't realize that this is a staple to another case. We'll get to him. It's okay, sunshine. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Brenda Cammy?
Ma'am, you're here in case 2021 CF 11596 AO on charges of possession of fentanyl, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, resisting officer without violence, and tampering with evidence. And Ms. George, like she has something to tell me.
Your Honor, as to the resisting without violence, I would argue no PC. Based on the arrest affidavit, there's no evidence that my client resisted arrest. It just states the supplemental report.
All right, let me check. All right, state, you asking for the 24 hours to supplement the charging affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. All right, I'm gonna find probable cause of counts 1, 2, and 3, and no PC for right now on counts. Get state the 24 hours in counts 4 and 5 for probable cause.
Your Honor, I think you can find probable cause for count 5. Remove the narcotics from her waistline and attempt to throw the narcotics out.
Yeah, all right. All right, so in count 4, not gonna find any. I'll give you the 24 hours in count 4.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right. And has she been screened for mental health pretrial release in the past?
Are you asking me?
Yep, talking to you.
Oh, well,
Don't talking to Ms. Davis. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry.
I don't believe so, yeah. No, this is her first
Morning.
day in our jail.
All right, state. Do you want me to hold her for tomorrow, or are you okay with mental health pretrial release?
I'm actually okay with mental health trial release.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to place you on mental health pretrial release in this case. If you don't qualify for mental health pretrial release, we're going to set bond in count 1, amount of $1,000. Count 2, 150. Count 3, 100. Going to RR you as to count 4, and 150 as to count 5. Condition that you're not possessing any drugs or alcohol, and you be subject to random testing. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, ma'am.
So just to confirm, Your Honor, we are not then holding her. I don't have to.
No, I'm not going to reset her for tomorrow.
Yeah.
No. That's because I just RR the rest of the account.
Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Curtis Lloyd.
Mr. Lloyd, you're here in case 2021 CF 9159. The warrant says you're for charges of armed burglary of a dwelling with a dangerous weapon. And count 2 is grand theft, and count 3 is grand theft with a firearm. The warrant judge signed your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. But I think you filed different charges.
Burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, and petty theft, Your Honor.
All right, as to those charges, the court's gonna set your bond in count 1 amount $3,500, count 2, $150, and count 3, $1,000. Condition of your bond that you not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also not return to the scene of the location, and you may not have any contact with any victims or witnesses from this case. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Very Lopez.
Ms. Lopez, you're here in case 2021 CF 11603 AO on charges of trafficking a controlled substance, 4 grams or more, and possession of Xanax or alprazolam. Court did review the charging affidavit in that case. Didn't find any probable cause for count 1. Unless the state wants to ask me for 24 hours, I didn't see anything in the affidavit for that.
No, Your Honor.
All right. So in count 1, I'm going to ROR you as to that count. Count 2, going to set your bond amount of $1,000. Condition that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Be subject to random drug testing in that case. You also arrested in case 2021 CT 5921 AO. And Ms. Davis, she didn't qualify? I meant to ask you that before I started.
I don't believe we ever interviewed her, but I mean just on the DUI charge?
On the possession of drug, because I didn't find probable cause. That's the count, the first charge of trafficking case. And then I found PC for possession of alprazolam or Xanax.
Yes, you can qualify. And what did you find probable cause for?
Just count 2.
Oh.
So count 1, you,
No PC. There's no trafficking in alprazolam or Xanax under our statutes.
yes, you can qualify.
All right. Actually, Ms. Lopez, I'm going to do this. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in both cases. In 2021 CF 11603 AO, I'm going to RR you as the first count, pretrial release on the second count. As the 2021 CT 5921 AO, I'm going to release you on pretrial release in that case. Conditions: no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Subject to random drug testing as part of your pretrial release in both cases. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in that case. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users while you're out on pretrial release. You understand?
Yes, I understand. I have a question, sir. So,
Oh, no, wait. Don't talk about the facts. Talk to Ms. George if you have a question, because everything you tell me is on the record.
Your Honor, can I confirm then that for 21 CF 11603, she's not posting the bond at all? It's just straight pretrial release? Thank you.
And count 2, pretrial release, count 1, RWAR.
Okay, thank you.
In either circumstance, she's not posting a bond.
Okay.
Back here.
No, ma'am. No, sir. Have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name?
Isaac Maldonado Cabral.
Mr. Maldonado, you're here in case 2021 CF 5746 AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge in that case set your bond at $1,000. Make a condition of your bond also that you not return to the scene and have no contact with the victim. I'm going to appoint a public defender if you're not already appointed. You have a great day.
Because I was supposed to be out here yesterday. I was supposed to come on yesterday. I was, the judge pleading yesterday, and I'm still here. Yeah, the lawyer has texted me. And said, pleading. She was going to go out very early. Barely told me that I was free for more. So, yeah. I didn't know anything about that. Oh, can I go home today? I wouldn't want to have. How long?
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jordan Mendez.
Mr. What happened to Jose? All right. Mr. Mendez, you're here in case 2018 CF 8639 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge in that case set your bond at no bond. Your bonds remain at no bond. We've already had a public defender appointed to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Shannon Morris.
So Morris, you're here in case 2021 CF 11606 AO on a charges of conspiracy to introduce contraband to the detention facility, possession of cannabis, and tampering with physical evidence. Judge signing a warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to say your bonds in that case amount of $1,000, $250, and $1,000. Condition of your bond may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You also have an out-of-county warrant from Polk County in, if I get a better case number. (2021) CF 5469 AO on charges of grand theft. Judge set your bond amount of $1,000 in that case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Ms. Pettis will refuse.
All right, this is case 2021 CT 3287 and 2021 CF 5143 AO. I think the public defender is already appointed to represent her.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Sure. All right, so I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent her. Are you waiving, Ms. George?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll waive the appearance.
All right, she's here for failure to appear warrants in both cases. Bond is $2,000 on each one of her cases. As her felony case is going to order, she had no contact with the victim. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Scott Richardson, sir.
All right, Mr. Richardson, you're here in case 2021 CF 11608 AO on a charge of possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell and deliver and possession of drug paraphernalia. did review the charging affidavit in your case and did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to say your bond in count one, amount of $15,000, count two, $100. Condition of your bond that you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. And you'll be subject to random drug testing at your expense. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Douglas Roche.
Mr. Roche, you're here in case 2021 CF 11572 AL on charge of burglary of a structure and petty theft. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause. Going to set your bond in count one, amount $3,500, count two, $100. Condition the bond, no return to the scene of the location, no contact with any victims or witnesses, may not possess any weapons or firearms, no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're also here in case 2021 MM 6005 AO on charge of fraud. They find probable cause in that case. Go set your bond in that case, no contact with any victims or witnesses, may not possess any person's identification except your own. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in those cases. See? Yes, I'm leaving the bond, I'm sorry. And I think it's 500 in the misdemeanor case. And state, did you file on this drug case, 2021 CF 5064 AL?
There is an 831 hearing, Your Honor. I believe he failed to appear, so his trial was canceled. There's now a status hearing, 831.
All right, in that case, court find probable cause for your arrest on new charges. The court is going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0. You have a question, I'm going to talk to Ms. George because everything you asked me is on the record. Hold on, wait a second. Wait, talk to Ms. George because everything you talked to me about is on the record. All right, have a great day, sir.
No. No.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name.
Williams.
Can you say it again? Slide over to the front of the mic. This way. This way. There you go. A little bit more. There you go.
Williams. Victor Williams.
What's your whole name?
Victor Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here in case 2021 CF 9641 AO on a charge of attempted first-degree murder with a firearm. Judge signed a warrant in your case has already found probable cause for your arrest. State, what are you asking I do to ask Mr. Williams' bond?
Attempted first-degree murder is punishable by life, Your Honor. I would ask defendant be held no bond.
And Ms. George.
No argument, reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, the court's going to hold you at no bond as to this case. Condition of your bond, no contact with his victim's family, no return contact with any possible co-defendants, no return to the scene or the location, no contact with any witnesses. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I appointed a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.